Good morning, class. In the previous lesson, we were doing pollination and we were learning about agents of pollination. Pollinating agents are called pollinators, and pollinators can be abiotic, that is non living, or biotic, that is living. Abiotic examples would be wind and water. Biotic examples would be birds, insects, reptiles, and mammals. Now class, today we'll be learning about agents of pollination in detail. So first we are going to start with wind pollination. Wind pollinator flowers are different in structure because they do not have to attract insects to them, but do need to be exposed to the wind. The important features are the pollen grains are very small and light. They occur in a very large number. Petals are small and green, and there is no need to attract insects. No scent or nectar. Stigma are feathery to catch pollen grain carried on wind. Anthers are exposed to wind so that pollen can easily be blown away. This is an example of wind pollinated flower. So, how pollination takes place by wind? Let us understand that. Some plants like maize and wheat have a dry and light pollen grains produced in a large number. So as the flowers of this plant gets matured, pollen grains are blown by the wind. Some plants like maize and wheat have a dry and light pollen grains produced in a large number. As the flowers of these plants gets matured, pollen grains are blown by the wind. Some of these pollen grains fall on the stigma of a flower on the same type, thus resulting in pollination. So in today's lesson, we have learned about wind pollinated flowers. They are not bright colors, doesn't smell good, or has nectar. They are small, have no petals. Stamens and stigmas are exposed to air, large amount of pollen. Pollination by wind. Some plants like maize and wheat have a dry and light pollen grains produced in a large number. As the flower of these plants gets matured, pollen grains are blown by wind. Some of these pollen grains fall on the stigma of a flower of the same type, thus resulting in pollination. So class, this is all we'll be learning for today. That is pollination by wind.